usually considered that the first author to plan the question of cerebral plasticity in the modern sense was James in 1890. The American psychologist insists that specific pathways arise in the brain by repairing in through behavioral habits. However, James looked at the concept of synapses to think that there was an anatomical continuity between neural bodies and their projection fibers.
You know what neuroplasticity is? I heard it a while ago and do not understand what it means.
Mario, who do you know what it means? It's easy to learn. It's simple, refers to ability of the brain to adapt a change. It's a result of experience of the person. It's simple, when we are learning something new, networks are formed in our brain from neurons and communicate with each other through structure known as synapses. Every time we learn or practice something, these connections are formed or they communicate or exist. Connection is reformed. The extraordinary capacity is now a synapse plasticity and is a key concept in the study of learn and memory.
I still don't understand.
I will give you an example. Imagine the film of the camera and suppose that the film is your brain. Now imagine using the camera to take a picture of a tree. When the photo is taken, the film is exposed a new information. Now ensure that the photo is not lost. The film reacts with light, story the image of the tree. Similar happens with our brain. Science, we must retain new knowledge in our memory. The brain must make change of this happen.
Then that memory maintains the emotions and feelings that make us perceive the experience, although we don't now remember the fact.
Friend?
What is a neuroplasticity? Neuroplasticity, also known as brain plasticity, refers to the ability of the brain to adapt and change as a result of behavior and experience. Until the 1960s, psychologists believed that change in brain structure could only take place during childhood. In adulthood, it was believed that the brain structure were imperturbable. The psychologist William James suggests that the brain was not as immutable as was thought in 1890. In his book, Principles of Psychology, he wrote that organic matter, especially nervous tissue, seems endowed with an extraordinary degree of plasticity. The idea of neuroplasticity was ignored for many years by its homonyms. As early as the 1920s, researcher Carl Lashley provided evidence on change in the nerve pathways of rhesus monkeys. In the 1960s, scientists began to study cases of neuroplasticity in which adults who had suffered strokes could recover, demonstrating that the brain is much more malleable than previously thought. In the 21st century, evidence has been found about neuroplasticity on the basis that the brain can be reconfigured after certain damage. The brain is composed of more than 100 billion neurons. The first researchers believed that the neurogenesis stopped shortly after birth, but today we already know that the brain has the ability to reorganize its neural pathways, create new connections, and even create new neurons, as in the hippocampus.